Hello and welcome back to another video from Operators Platforms tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to talk about and explain our most recent additions and improvements in our importing module. We would usually want you to use this importing module whenever you have a long list of records that you would want to change within our system, may it be importing specific products, importing customers, importing related information about your customers or your products, or other related information. We have a very extensive list of available data sets for you, but more on that later. First things first, in order to access our importing module, just to reiterate, you would want to click on Settings menu inside your sidebar and then click on Importing submenu. As soon as you do that, you will be brought up to the importing page. And the first thing you want to do on this page is to select your desired datasets. For the purposes of this demonstration and to also showcase the additions and improvements we've made into this module, I would want to use the bulk product category assignment. We would use this database normally in order to assign products with different categories in a bulk manner. Let's say you want to change 1,000 products categories, right? And you would want to do it in this manner rather than manually inputting the categories for each different product. It's noteworthy to say that as soon as you click on a specific data set, then you are allowed to drag and drop your desired file within our drop zone, or you can just click it in order for the file system to allow you to select your desired file. Additionally, I would want to bring your attention into our download sample file option. This option allows you to download a sample file and kind of give you an idea of how we would want you to format your data for each of these different data sets in order to kind of help you essentially help us expedite the importing process with regards to the required columns, how we want each column to contain different values, and so on, so on. I have already prepared a sample file for us in order to use to showcase our section, but be sure to check out the different sample files with regards to the different associated with different data sets. I'm just going to go ahead and use our sample file. Next thing I would want to do is I would want to map the existing columns of my Excel sheet or CSV file with the required columns that our system expects. Now, since I've already used the sample file in order to populate my template, they'll just match one-to-one, but rest assured you can choose whatever you want with regards to, let's say, if you wanted the root category to actually be considered as the leaf category column, right? Okay, I would want to click on next. The very first thing that we've added in this new release is the ability for you to take corrective measures whenever you are importing your files within our system. And the way that works is for some specific data sets, I think currently we do only allow the bulk product category assignment to utilize this feature. But the way that we do it is, let's say if the category that you've chosen for a single row of record is not found or is invalid, we just show you a dialog that says, hey, we weren't able to find this. Let's actually get you to select another one, right? Or let's say that the product associated with the category assignment was not found, right? Same thing there. You can just select another product and then follow the importing process then and there without losing the track and the record of, okay, I'm gonna skip this and then later on I'm gonna do another one. It's an in-place, immediate action that you can do in order to preserve the state of your importing and actually complete the process without any issues. You can enable or disable it using this toggle button at the bottom section of this page whenever you're in the review section, and also whenever you're in the importing section if you ever desire to disable it mid-import. I'm going to keep it as enabled for the demonstration purposes and click on finalize. Now immediately as I do, as you might already know, the importing process will commence. The second thing that I want to talk about, since everything will be immediate after I click on it, I want to talk about it now, is the ability for you to pause the importing process. let's say that you are importing 10,000 records, and after the 10,000th record, you want to pause it and you want to continue it at a let's say in 5 or 10 minutes, or you want to take a break or something comes up, right? And you do want to supervise the importing process, and that way you can just click on the pause. The system will pause the importing for you, and then you can come back at it later. As long as you keep the same tab open and you don't refresh the page, you can just click on resume and it'll resume from where you had previously stopped. Okay, so as soon as I click on finalize, I would want to showcase that to you. So I would click on this. Now I would want to click on pause. And as you might know that I've already imported 46% of my files. Since this is a test file, I only had 13 records in it, but as soon as I click on it, the system paused the importing for you. And you can just kind of see, okay, so far we've imported these, or rather assigned these products to these categories, right? Now, as soon as I click resume, I think the first error that we might encounter will evoke that corrective dialog that I was talking about. So let's go ahead and actually see what's going to happen with that. And I think there it is. It says, okay, for this product and for these categories, we weren't able to actually automatically find it. So let's actually go ahead and choose the category manually, right? You can also change it as well. So let's, for this instance, select hats and Outback hats. A couple notes in this dialog. If you do change a specific selection here, for example, these, you might click on this apply for similar occurrences, and as the name suggests, anywhere else within the same file, whenever you do encounter the same issue, let's say the root category of 1 and leaf category of 2, the system automatically will replace these values for you without you needing to enter it again. Additionally, if you don't want to apply the change and you actually want to let it fail, and you also don't want this correction dialog to appear again, you want to make sure that you click on the suppress similar errors going forward option. Regardless as to what your selection is, for this demonstration purposes, I want to keep the apply for similar occurrences on. I also want to make sure that I change my categories to a valid category, and I want to click apply and retry. What this means is that the same record that had this error will automatically try one more time with this corrected values. Okay, I want to do that, and then just to demonstrate another case for this specific data set, if the category is correct and the part is invalid, right? And in order for us to do that, we just want to click on a part that we know exists. I want to click on this print, and there we go. And I also want to do apply and retry here, and I think that would be it. Now, with regards to our imported sections, you also can review that, okay, these happen properly. For these rows, I had changed the value to their corrective states, and the system actually imported these instead. And same thing for the product. Instead of this invalid part, I have used this product in order to assign it to this categories. And you can obviously always download all the process records and all the successful records. So I guess that'll be all with regards to our importing module. Just to reiterate, we've enabled interactive error correction for the data sets that do implement and support it. Currently, we only support it for the category assignment, but further on, later on, we will add to it in order to support other corrective measures as well. And finally, the ability for you to pause mid-import in order, and also to resume from where you had already paused. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. I hope this helps you in your importing process, and you have a great day.